It's the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by WJER Sports in partnership with Smartway Communications, Sugar Valley Meats, Kempthorne Volkswagen, and Williams Floor Covering.
And I want to welcome you into the Coach's Corner Show. I'm Willie Grove, along with Coach Dan Ifft of the Dover Crimson Tornadoes. And Coach, tough trip down to Steubenville. I knew you thought it was going to be a tough game, and it ended up being a real physical game. Steubenville, probably one of the best teams in the state. They're only Division IV, so they could be one of the best Division IV teams in the state.
Well, offensively, especially, really, they're very good. They're very strong, very good up front, very well coached, and the quarterback's outstanding. You got an outstanding receiver and a couple of big horses running the football. So, they were very physical, and we at times we didn't match their physicality as well as we would have liked. And when you don't do that, you don't win.
They kind of spread it out a little bit. The Ostovich kid, he got the 2 touchdowns in the first half, and then they give it to Bozika in the second half. He gets 2 more. Well, that's a pretty rounded offensive team, like you said. Yeah. And then you throw in Isaac Hill, 8 or 9 catches, almost a little over 100 yards. Yeah. They had all the weapons.
They do. They have an outstanding quarterback, a tremendous ball handler, and good arm. And then the wide receiver is a big, strong kid, and like I said, these look like scholarship kids. And then the 2 running backs, they're just 2 hammers. They're both about 6'3", 240 apiece. They look like twins in uniform, and it's quite a task for you. But nonetheless, we expect to match it and pursue the ball. And you may not be able to tackle them 1-on-1, but you can tackle them 5-on-1, and that's kind of what you have to do.
Coach Dan Ifft is our guest today in the Coach's Corner Show. Coach, right before halftime, explain that to me. I know we had some seconds on the clock.
Right.
Got inside the 5. We're trailing 14-7. We get the ball back to start the second half. That was a crucial play right there.
Well, the National Federation passed a rule that if you get a penalty right before the half or in the game, whatever, and it's not against you, but it's against the opponent, then you have an opportunity to say either run the clock, meaning if they were on offense and got a penalty, and run the clock out, or stop the clock. And we didn't get that opportunity. And it's a new rule, and I'd like to say I knew exactly what it was at the time, but I just knew that I felt like, listen, we're supposed to have time. And I couldn't cite the rule or anything, but I asked them 2 or 3 times. They were not rude to me or anything. They truthfully felt like they were doing right. And then I come back here and I get phone calls from officials saying, you should have been able to stop that clock. That's your right. But hopefully we all learned from that. I don't know if that made a difference in the outcome, but certainly we would have kicked a field goal at that point or attempted one, and it would have been a 3-4 point game at halftime. And then we took the second half and went down and scored. So that would have put us up a little bit, maybe a little bit different. But no, they deserved to win. They outfought us, they outplayed us, and there's no excuses. We just have to get a whole lot better from that game.
Doesn't get any easier. Canfield, the next team on the schedule.
Yeah, they're very talented. Again, we're going to see another outstanding quarterback. The quarterback from Canfield is committed to Indiana, and he's worth the price of admission. He's a talented young man. He's been starting for 3 years. They've got a very physical Youngstown mentality. So we go from the physical Valley mentality to the physical Youngstown mentality, and hopefully we learn some lessons and can match their physicality. We're going to have to do that to be able to compete in the ball game.
We got a couple of kids that we just want to kind of wish, get back, recuperate, and get back into some good health. You got a couple injuries that you hate to see.
You really do. You hate to see injuries in any child, obviously, but the 2 young men that got hurt are just exceptional people. Mitchell Martin is most likely lost for the season with a shoulder injury, and Luke Morris has a hip injury and is most likely lost for the season as well. Luke spent the weekend in the hospital in Columbus, which really pained you. His family, he had to go through that. But his attitude, Mitchell's attitude, is tremendous. They're going to be fine after this, but unfortunately, their high school football careers are probably ended, and that's the sad part. But their health is going to return, and they're going to be fine from that standpoint. But still, it's sad.
Well, Dan, thanks for visiting with us.
Thank you, Willie.
Coach's Corner here on WJER.
This has been the Coach's Corner Show, a production of Claxon Communications for WJER Sports, brought to you by Smartway Communications, Sugar Valley Meats, Kempthorne Volkswagen, and Williams Floor Covering.